parts of the body that singers and speakers tense up. Shoulders, jaw, and tongue. So for my singers, I have exercises for all three of them. So believe it or not, for the jaw, it's zip, 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 zaw. I make them sing that. Zip, 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 zaw, to just get there, because your jawbone is, do you realize that your jawbone, it floats free inside your head? It's not a ball and joint. It's only attached to your skull by two muscles right here, right? Miss Nurse?
Yes.
These muscles right here. Put your hands on your temples and just feel. Very good. Okay. So L is not made with this instrument here. It's made only with the tongue. So L.
L.
Yeah. So I have them do lia, 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 and then I have them do zip, zip, zay, zay, zaw to relax the jaw. And the shoulders I just talked to them about because I don't have them doing shoulder exercises. Okay. I want to embarrass you just slightly, put you on the spot. Do you understand that if you don't raise the pitch of your voice, you're not going to get better? And if you resist speaking louder, the speech, no one's going to be able to hear you. Because if we were in the room, even if we were in the big classroom, were you at the Toastmasters one that I? Okay, that's about 3 times the size of this room. I wouldn't be able to hear you. So I want to encourage you to commit to the changes that we've talked about, all right? As some of these ladies in here, they are heavy-duty committed to those changes, and I see miraculous things happen. I forget who it was that was up here. Oh, it was, what's her name? Lily? No, that's Ivy. Same thing, flower, lily, ivy. Not the same thing, but I could see the wheels in her brain turning as she was talking. You do the same thing. When you're up here and you're speaking, I can see how carefully you're thinking about it so that you can shut me up. That should be your goal, to shut me up. Okay? So back to stage presence. Now, when you give a speech, you're probably not going to walk around a lot, right? You're going to be pretty stationary. When you're doing Toastmasters, I know that you're allowed to use a script or cards or do it from memory. I try to coach the Native American class. I really encourage them all to be memorized because they're constantly doing this, and they would if it was on a podium like this. This is so funny. I hope I can do it right. They would say a sentence reading down like this and then look up instead of looking up and saying the sentence and then looking down for the next one. Does that make sense to you? So they were looking down at the worst possible time. They were reading like this and then they would look up. Instead of, you should be, if you have a written out script, you should be able to read one sentence by just glancing at it. You should know it that well. But I would highly encourage you, this paragraph that I want to hear next week, I would highly encourage you to write it down for me, type it out for me, like this much, like maybe 50 words. Okay? Let's leave it at 50 words. Make up a speech, 50 words, type it up so that I can see it, and practice, do it right away so that you can practice looking at all the T's and the D's and all that. And that's going to be a really, really great thing for this class. Really great thing. Because I think if you see, because when I asked you to spell things like foreigner, you spelled it like that. But what you said was indistinguishable, right? So when you see it, I think that will help it stick in your brain better. Stage presence. You would be staying pretty much in one spot. And if you are going to read, make sure that if the podium, for instance, if you walk up to the podium and it's not a music stand like this, and it's only this high, you're sunk. Because you're going to be looking down like this the whole time. Pick up, put your speech in a book, and hold it up like you're eating off of a plate. Like in China, you eat like this, right? By the way, I know how to use chopsticks. If you want to bring me some Chinese food. I love Chinese food. I love Indian food too. Yes.
But you still can use a fork to eat the Chinese or Indian food.
What? You can do what?
You can use fork.
You can use a fork.
A fork.
A fork.
A fork.
Okay? It sounds like you're dropping the F-bomb. You know, fuck. It sounds like you're saying fuck. You can use a fork.
You can use a fork.
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 Yes. So you have to slow it down enough to get the R out. I gotta tell you,
We are recording.
it sounded like she said fuck, okay? It's on the video. It's just a word. It's just a word. My wife, if she were here, she would be making this horrible face because she hates when I say that. I actually like that word a lot. It's extremely appropriate as long as you don't call somebody that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to say, that was fucking awesome. You know, and then you know it's like the strongest thing you could possibly say. Or if somebody rear ends you, you say, what the fuck is that? You know? You don't go, oh, that's too bad. I mean, the word has an appropriate place. Look at your face. You want to laugh, I can tell you do. This is all on the video, right? Yeah, this should go on YouTube. Yeah. Study with Ron Arden. He'll learn how to say the F word. Fork.
Fork.
Much better. Yeah, I know you can use a fork. But when you're, back to the point that I'm trying to make sure that you don't lean over if you're using a podium. Be very careful not to do that. Okay? So there's that. Then there's gestures. Okay? So, I don't know how Chinese and Indian women are, but American women love to talk with their hands, you know, and my wife makes me crazy with her hands, and her sons, her 29 and 36-year-old son. So when my wife is talking and saying, you know, and it was there, and then this went like that, and so we all start mimicking her. She gets really angry. I go, honey, just put your hands down. Use your words. And as she's gotten older, it's gotten worse. It's like her hands are like this constant. Are Chinese women like that too?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Is your wife Italian?
No.
Since you use a hand.
No. It's a woman thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, not Chinese and Indian women. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's the key, and I noticed that some of you aren't taking notes anymore. Well, that's up to you. When you write something down that I say with emphasis, you will remember it better. So, everybody next week, paper, pencil, note-taking. Gestures need to be natural. So, with that said, there's also this thing that we call in theater where people have go-to gestures that they do when they're nervous and they can't think of what else to do. I have a singer who's a senior. He's got this gorgeous voice. And when he sings, he does this a lot. I go, Jonathan, what does this mean? I don't know. I know I do it a lot, don't I? I go, yes, stop. Just put your hands down. Yeah. And he was recently had the lead in Guys and Dolls, a musical at his school. And the whole time he was on stage, I was counting how many times he was going to do that. He did it one time in 2.5 hours. I was so proud of him. Yeah. So see, what did that mean when I went like that? I was so proud of him. What did that gesture mean? I didn't even think about doing it. What did it add to? I was so proud of him.
Emphasize.
What? Emphra?
Emphasize.
Yes, empha. So somehow you guys have gotten this word wrong. You think there's an R after the E-M-P-H? There's not. It's emphasizing. No, emphasizing. Emphasizing. Yeah, it is a gesture of emphasis, right? It's just something that we're used to. It's, I don't know. It's like, this means, who knows, you know, right? It's something that over time we all just pick up on. The final thing I would say about gestures for stage presence is less is more. Less is more. Don't overdo it. Don't think that just because you start, you know, with this, that it's going to be clearer. If you, we have a saying in the theater world, if you can't act it from the neck up, please don't add any appendages. Okay, so let's see, let me think of a sentence. So tapping my toes means I'm thinking, right? I can't think. I can't think of one.
What do you want to say?
I want to show you bad gestures. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is a bunch of words up here. Nah, I can't do it. I can't think of something. I'll bring.
You can ask one of us. You go honest.
Ask one of us.
You can ask one of us to go there. Maybe we will give you a bad gesture.
Actually, so far in 3 classes, I haven't seen a lot of bad gestures. The native-speaking Americans, holy Jesus, they're terrible. Oh, Jerry. I said, Jerry, just put your hands down. He's constantly going like this. I go, what is this? What are you? And he laughs so hard. He could hardly talk. And his girlfriend, what's her name? Virginia. No, Virginia.
Virginia.
Virginia. Very good. She fell out of her chair. She was laughing so hard. Yeah, he is. And then I was this. And I go, what, are you throwing something? What's going on? Are you Spider-Man? Are there some whips coming out of you, or what? You know. Anyway. Okay. Does that help? A little bit of that? Okay. Good. So I want to see 50 words memorized, but written out for me to see them. Write it as fast as you can so that you can practice it by reading it and overdoing all the hard consonants. Okay? What were you going to ask back there? Nice and loud.
So is there any recommendation for how should we
What
dress?
are you saying?
Any recommendation?
So there, do you have?
Do you have any recommendation on how should we dress ourselves?
On how we should.
How we should dress.
So you often put those 2 words opposite of each other. It's not how should we. How we should. Okay? Dress yourselves. You use your hands to dress yourself. I'm being a smart aleck. Sorry. You mean for next week? Or for speech?
For general, yeah.
Oh, for toast?
Wear certain clothes.
Okay, if you're going to speak at Toastmasters, I highly recommend, Michelle, it looks business casual tonight. No blue jeans, no tennis shoes. You want to be taken seriously? Dress for success. You don't want your dress to even be questioned. People see you before they hear you. A nice necklace or some nice earrings for the ladies. Yeah, this with the jacket and the workout stuff, no. A nice dress shirt, no tie, belt, tuck your pants in. Tuck your shirt in! Yeah, dress for success. It doesn't have to be this fancy. Not even Sunday. Not even go to church, although people wear anything to church these days. But business casual, like Michelle looks tonight. She looks really good. Yeah. This is all fine, the way you dress, but it's not right. When you're getting up front, I always say that people who are in front of a group should be dressed one level above the audience. One level above the audience. And most of the audience at Toastmasters is going to be looking like you guys look tonight. Not bad, but just not in a presentation mode. Good. This is really, I was tired when I got here, and now I'm wide awake. I just love you guys. I love being here. Any questions before we go?
So next week, same time?
Oh yeah, we haven't decided what time.
No, remember I can't on Sunday at all unless it's in the early part of the day. Because I have a 3 o'clock rehearsal and an 8 o'clock concert in downtown Chicago.
Okay.
So,